Okay, so Don has a bone to pick with the apartheid government. What do you have to say to them? What?
Hi guys, it's Michael Nash here, and I have something to say about how us as a society are failing at love. I used to think that love is an unconditional fairy tale. In past relationships, I would offer authenticity, hoping that if my partner did the same, I would feel something. Now looking back, I always had to fake that something in hopes that love would get triggered. One of my partners would vocalize the words, "I love you," each and every day. Yet those words felt overwhelming to hear. Another would adorn me with physical affection to a point that felt suffocating. I was afraid to tell them that the ways they showed me love didn't work for me. Yet at the same time, it felt unnatural to hand them a script on ways to love me. I was trapped in a roller coaster where everything seemed right on the surface, even though the pressure underneath was unrelenting. I had to address my fear of love and redefine what love means to me. Once I stripped my mind of ideal romanticism, I was able to truly feel love again. This brings me to my first point. The Disney effect is real, and we need to unlearn it. Growing up, most of us were inundated with romantic movies of what it means to be happily in love. The image of an infatuated prince professing love with the lyrical ballads of William Wordsworth is what I wanted. A significant other who obsessively desired me and who always knew how to do right by me. When in reality, love is an ongoing negotiation. We have to let go of the Disney effect that frames love into perfection. Like Ellen DeGeneres, not Ellen DeGeneres, I mean Ellen DeButton says, we should treat our lovers as if they were children instead of adults. I've learned that I find more success when I tell my partner how affection best works for me, rather than having them take a hint. Then from that foundational knowledge, it becomes easier for them to take charge. It's very hard, and for some it's nearly impossible to let go of their types. But if you keep on running into dead ends while chasing your type, it might be time to compromise. I had to tell myself that there is nobility in compromising. Whenever I chase my type, I always find myself performing more than usual, and then end up going through experiential blindness to the point that it's debilitating. Ultimately, if you're used to toxic and abusive love, then you'd experience a dissociation when you receive healthier forms of love. Our brains have the tendency to make primal predictions because they're not hardwired with emotional circuits. So healthy love might initially feel wrong, but allow yourself to heal. It also helps to have a partner who is understanding and won't be dismissive. La 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 la. The fear of loneliness. Okay. Being alone doesn't always mean that you're lonely. Don't allow yourself to get addicted to the presence of other people. Personally, I know I'm a difficult person to live with or to be around. So it's important for me to be very intuitive with my alone time so that I could focus on shadow work. I take time to assess my personal growth, which allows me to be vulnerable when in the presence of my significant other. I have to confess, to this day, I've never cried in front of anyone I've dated. So much so, I went to couple therapy once so that my partner would have a chance to ask me to be more vulnerable. I'm afraid of anxious attachment because I don't like seeming overbearing, which normally leads me into a state of avoidant attachment, when in reality, both extremes are dangerous. But I am done with the days where I run away from my lover because I don't want to seem like a child who doesn't want to confront themselves.